show you on Bay Focus are year-round, and there are year-round needs, but there's a more pointed emphasis at the holidays that we're trying to share with you right now because there's such a great need. And we have with us today Cynthia Pinckney, and she is, of course, the founder of Cynthia Pinckney Ministries, and along with her husband, Cynthia and Leroy Pinckney, that work in the ministry together. Thank you both so much for being with us today. We're so thrilled to highlight you are a new ministry to us on Bay Focus, but you're not new. You have been in the Tampa area, Brandon area, I believe, for 8 years.
For 8 years, yes.
8 years. So, Cynthia, tell us a little bit about the ministry, what you do on a year-round basis, where you're located, etc.
We're in the Brandon area, and the focus of the ministry is to help the homeless, the needy, displaced, and the hungry. And what we do is we go to the daily work and the daily pay places on a monthly basis, and we take the food, we set up tables and chairs, and we serve a hot meal. We also have the clothing and the shoes that we give out, because it's not so much focused on homeless right now, it's everyone. And we have families with children that come out. So when we feed them, we also clothe them. And we give the shoes, because many of our children are going to school without shoes, so we try to have shoes to give to them, and socks, and whatever else they might need. And we go beyond that, because sometimes we are referred to by other agencies and other churches when there's a family that need a place to stay. And if the ministry have money at the time that the call comes in, I have 2 motels that we work through, and I know some people say motels, but these places have kitchenettes, and we place the family there, and we give them food so they can cook, and we also whatever else they may need, because they have to keep the children in school. If not, they will get in trouble with the school system. So we place them there, and we give them support and try to help the mom find a job. And usually it's the single moms that we help out in this area.
Yeah, well, and one thing I want to really, because you've gone so many different areas, which is what I wanted you to do, to the breadth of the ministry. But the thing that struck me so much when I was talking with you on the phone is you literally take, so many times people have to come, and they come to soup kitchens or come to places, or they're delivered boxes at home of food or whatever. But you literally go to the place where a lot of these people, a lot of the homeless, a lot of those that are the working poor, what we call them, these daily workstations, trying to get daily work. And you literally take a table, you put tablecloth, serve them a hot meal, and make it so special for them there. And then you bring the clothing items, everything to them. It's like that is a completely unique approach. I have never heard that. Let's before we talk about the holidays, let's show some pictures of the ministry, and you tell us what we're seeing here. Okay? Here we go.
This is on one occasion where we go where the homeless and the needy are. We set up and we're feeding, and my daughter is smiling. My whole family works with me. They are just awesome. And this is a picture we had last year of our Thanksgiving meal, where we set up tables and we feed over 1,000 people during our Thanksgiving holiday. We give out clothing. Here we have the hair cutting. We have people there to cut hair. It's a festival type of...
This is right on Thanksgiving Day,
yes, right on Thanksgiving Day, and we have about 250 volunteers. These are 2 of the homeless people that I've known maybe about 5 years now. They are so special, and they just follow me wherever I am, and they just love to be loved on, and this is what God has given me to do, to just love on them. This is another outreach we have. This is our monthly outreach, where we take the food, the clothing, and everything we have, and we set it up. We have the canopies. At one time, we didn't have canopies. We were donated canopies, and so we try to have canopies also. This is one of our Christmas dinners that we have during the holiday. Well, we have so much. We have bread. This is where some of the public donates so much to us. We give out bread so people can take them to their home. And this is another outreach where we set up and we feed. the different homeless, and these are, you know, homeless men. We get a chance to know them, and they get a chance to, you know, to know us. So it's not something that we just do, you know, sporadically. This is our heart. We do this every month, and we make it special. These are some young children that come out. We have toys for them. We have stuffed animals, and this is another monthly outreach because we do it every month.
Yeah, well, and this gives our viewers a basic look. And Leroy, let me ask you, how do you help in the ministry too? Because you're right side by side, and like Cynthia said, as a family. What's your experience in the ministry?
You know, I do all the hard work, really. No, no. You know, when people call us for donations, I go and pick it up and make sure everything gets to these workplaces and stuff, and make sure things are set up.
Yeah. Okay. So you help in actually putting together the logistics of it.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
things
He
get
drives the truck.
sorting.
Yeah.
The what is everything. Yeah. The
Yes.
whole. And I remember you telling me you have like this huge storage.
Yes,
facility.
We have storage units.
Yeah.
People say, why are you paying that much money? Well, we need to put our donations in. We need that so we can take it out during the month, you know, to the outreach. So we will have it to give to them.
Yeah, and you have volunteers that come and help you with that.
Volunteers.
So Leroy's in there with his sleeves rolled up and just in there getting everything out. All right, Cynthia, tell us now, you talked about it briefly, then we saw some of the pictures, but you have specific needs right now heading into the Thanksgiving, the whole breadth of that event.
Yes.
What's everything needed for that?
Well, we need turkeys. We need hams. We're looking to feed over 1,000 people to come through the Boys and Girls Club door, which they have so generously allowed us, you know, to come in. And we're going to have over 250 volunteers that have already been trained, because this is like a work in progress that we do, you know, monthly. But if they can go to the website, we have on there the different needs that we have, you know, for our dinner, because we like to serve a 7-course meal, which is not fancy, but it is special. And it is, well, in a way, it is fancy. We fancy it up and make sure that our guests, and we call them guests because they're God's people, have plenty, you know, of food to eat. And we make sure of that. But the needs are great right now because of the economy that we're in. And many people are in a greater need, many families, and they're looking to come to get clothing and shoes because they don't have it, even, you know, to go to school right now. And it's a fun day. We're going to have arts and craft, hair cutting. We're going to have live entertainment. We have a group, a gospel group, that's going to have different types of, you know, music. Blood pressure, we have a doctor.
Oh, you got to have that.
Yes, doctor and a nurse.
You're going to need it that day, right?
So it is a very inclusive festival.
Just like you say, a festival.
It is a festival.
So the location, you said the Boys and Girls Club, where is that located exactly?
That is 213 North Knights Avenue, Brandon, Florida, 33510.
Yeah.
It is the Bill Carey Boys and Girls Club.
And everything takes place there, the whole...
Inside there and outside. We also will provide the fun houses for the kids and arts and crafts and all of that. So we have, this is going on our 6th annual Thanksgiving, and we will have Christmas also.
I was going to say, what do you do at Christmas?
We're going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Offer clothing and shoes and blankets right now. That is a great need, and socks, you know, for our homeless. They really need socks right now.
Oh, it's just, you don't think of these are things we all take for granted.
And
you know,
coats and jackets right now. These are the needs, you know, that we're having. Yeah. And even though this is on Thanksgiving Day and on Christmas, but this is something that the ministry does 7 days a week. I get calls from schools, from churches, you know, they refer people to me because there's a great need. And we do give out food, our canned and our staple foods, and at times we do have fresh food.
Okay, now, and it happens on Christmas Day as well?
Thanksgiving and Christmas Day.
Right on Christmas Day, in the same location?
The same location.
Okay, yeah, that club, Boys and Girls Clubs, to be commended for opening up their doors on these days. We have very little time left.
Okay.
Do a quick version. I just have to share this with our viewers.
Right.
You started this ministry because of one reason, one instance that happened to you.
Yes, there was this man. I was out on my patio, and he came up. He didn't make me afraid or anything. And he asked me, he said, can I have a piece of bread? And I said, sure, would you like to have a sandwich? He said, if you would like to give it to me. And I gave it to him, and he walked on. And about 5 or 6 weeks later, I saw him again. He came to me, he said, can I have a piece of bread? I said, well, would you like to have a sandwich and something to drink? He said, if you would like to give it to me. And I gave it to him. And when he left, I said, no, this is really a God thing. And so I made up in my mind. I said, I'm going to prepare for him the next time he comes. And I had a child's table and chair. I put a placemat on it and flowers on it, waiting till he came, because I knew in my heart he was coming. 5 or 6 weeks later, there he appeared again, asking the same thing. Can I have a piece of bread? I said, sure. I said, would you have a seat? And I went in, and I had purposely put aside what I knew I was going to give him, and I brought it out to him, and I had him to sit down, and he looked up at me, and he smiled. That was the first time that he had smiled, and I smiled back, and he said, thank you, and he left. And I think I saw him one time since then, and it was the same thing. Can I have a piece of bread? He never asked for anything else, never asked for money. He said, can I have a piece of bread? So when he left, I knew deep down that was my calling. God had sealed it.
Well, and we're going to end on that note with this, because then what happened, and that even birthed in your mind,
yes,
that just set that table up for him to come
set
and
the
sit.
Table up.
And that's how you
that's
operate
what I'm
to
doing
this
now.
day.
Yes.
That just gives me goosebumps.
Yes.
That is an amazing story. And it was an angel. I believe it was an angel.
Yes, it was
that God sent to you to direct you.
Yes, it was.
Thank both of you, Cynthia and Leroy, for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having
and
us.
sharing your ministry and your heart.
Thank you.
And stay tuned on the screen. You're going to see again how you can reach Cynthia Pinckney Ministries and how you can help for the Thanksgiving and Christmas outreaches. And then we'll be right back.
To contact Cynthia Pinckney Ministries, please call 813-571-1556. That number again, 813-571-1556. You can also send an email to cp@cynthiapinckneyministries.org. To find out more about this ministry, please log on to their website at www.cynthiapinckneyministries.org.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the program today. 2 ministries you can partner with here at the holidays: Cynthia Pinckney Ministries in the Brandon area, taking it to the streets in Pinellas Park, their big holiday tent in Pinellas County. You want to get involved in both ministries. If you can drop anything off, volunteer, write a check, volunteer some time, bring turkeys, bring toys. I mean, the list is endless. Both websites will tell you what you can do to help, and I just hope you'll get involved. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will see you next week on Bay Focus. God bless you.